Using your senses when writing. It's really important that we put our senses into our writing. And it's really easy to get caught up in just the visual, but we have visual, we have hearing, we have our nose, we have taste, we have touch. And it's good to put them into your writing. You don't have to put everything into one sentence. You can scatter them out so that that the reader actually feels that they've been dropped into that situation and they can feel everything and touch everything and sense everything. That's really important. That will keep your reader reading. Now, I've got this book called Just Three, and it is an orc occurrence, and it's a really funny story. It was so fun to write. I loved it. And it's about twins. It's like a modern day Parent Trap. So it's about these twins, and their mother has passed away, and they just want their dad to be happy. And so they decide for his birthday that they'll set him up on an online dating site. And the dad is kind of like, I don't really want to do this. He's very, very reluctant. But Rory and Jillian are they're pretty determined to get their father to do this. So finally he says, okay, I will go on 3 dates. And that's why it's called Just Three. But the very first date that he's going to go on is at a lady that has a chicken farm. And so she has told him to invite the twins. And so Rory and Jillian are going along with their father to Darby's house, and they are going to collect eggs. And so Darby has just given them a basket. I'm going to read you a paragraph. And in this paragraph, as I'm reading, I want you to take careful notes as to where I'm using senses, and then we'll go back over it, okay? So Darby gave us each a basket and then took us down a dirt path to a chicken coop. A chicken coop. She pushed the wire door open and waved us in. I gasped when the smell hit me. Worse than cocoa. Bird poop was everywhere. Feathers were floating in the air. One tickled my nose and made me sneeze. It was a loud one. The noise echoed in the small space. All the chickens started squawking from their nesting boxes, and one flew at my head. I screamed and ducked. Rory started laughing like a hyena. You can't scream like that, said Darby. Noises scare them. Anyway, that is that chapter. So when we start off at the very beginning of the chapter, so Darby gives them each a basket, and then she takes them down the dirt path. She pushes open the wire door and waved them in. So that's a little bit of a visual with touch, a little sense with touch, because you're pushing open a wire door, and it's very different if I would have said they pushed open a wooden door, because that sensation of touch is very different from wire to wood. So I made sure that I mentioned the kind of door it was, instead of just saying they pushed open the door. I think that was important to put in that it was wire, and that gives that feeling. I gasped when the smell hit me. So we have a little bit of sound there, a gasp, and we have the smell, but we haven't quite found out what the smell is yet. But bird poop was everywhere. Feathers were floating in the air. We can see these feathers, but one tickled my nose and made me sneeze. So there's the sensation you can smell, but that's also a sensation of touch because it's tickling, right? So that's the sensation of touch. So far we have a visual. We have, and the noise echoed in the small space. So all the chickens started squawking. So we have ears, we have sight, we do have smell, we have touch. I screamed and ducked. Roy started laughing like a hyena. So in that one paragraph, I have put in 4 senses. The only sense that I didn't put in was the sense of taste in that one. And I probably could have done something like maybe if the feather had landed on her mouth, on her tongue, and she tasted it, that would have been fine too. But I used the sensation of touch with the feather because I thought that would be a better one. So in that one paragraph, yeah, there's 4 senses. So it is really, really important to use your senses in writing because it does put you in the place. And I hope that you were put in the place in a chicken coop today. Anyway, thank you very much, and good luck with your writing.